The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his lives. Interesting team that's growing and pretty young around it.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise you.
Yes.
Thompson passes to Barnes. Curry kicks to Barnes. Knocked away. Motiejunas with the steal. Ariza against Thompson. Ariza no luck. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Here's Green. That's a miss, his second after two shots. It's Harden with the drive and the pass to Howard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Howard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Green kicks to Thompson. Inside, and so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Knocked loose and stolen by Lawson. Ahead. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Ariza kicks to Motiejunas. The three can't hit. So Golden State will take it the other way.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Barnes dishes to Green. And it's sent back by Howard. And here we go with Lawson running it right up. The court, and the shot is good. Ariza's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Green missing again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Barnes against Lawson. Thompson in the corner. Back to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Barnes has got his second basket of the night.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Green passes to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. Offensive rebound. There's the dish to Howard. Lawson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. The Rockets with another miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And they take the lead.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Moniunas. After the made shot from Klay Thompson, here's Ariza, and he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Poked away.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Here's Harden. Draymond Green pulls it in. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. To the paint. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Harden.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride. And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Passes it to Spates. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Iguodala's got his first basket.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
The Warriors making a switch here. Ezeli's checked in. To the middle. Here's Beverly. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Spates kicks to Iguodala. Barbosa dishes to Spates. And yes, sir, that one drops.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation. And improvisation right there, Greg, finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. Harden missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Ezeli. Soft touch off the glass. Ezeli's got his first basket of the night.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has.
And earlier, we heard from Dwight Howard. It's very clear how much he appreciates his head coach.
It's been great since day one.
What a difference a change of location makes, especially when the guy that's helping you along the way really believes in you, wants to see you get better, is your head coach, especially a guy the stature of Kevin McHale, a Hall of Famer.
And Kevin, to get that kind of advice and that love and attention from one of the 50 greatest of all time, it's got to make you not only feel good, but give you the confidence that you finally now have found a place that you can call home.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Ezeli is out there with Bogut, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's the Warriors 5. And here are the Warriors now. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Curry with it. Now Lawson defending. Bogut kicks to Ezeli and stolen by Howard. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
That one goes. Count it. Brewers got 4 points this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Houston?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Ariza, that is in there. Lawson with the assist. And it's 6 points for Trevor Ariza.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Now, here's Brewer, covered by Barnes, and a wide open look for Howard. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And that one's good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Rush. Missed inside. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. See, he passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Iguodala dishes to Thompson. Iguodala, the pass to Livingston. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Kicks it out to Jones. And a wide open look for Thornton. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Rush. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Sam Dekker.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's off on the second. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Stolen by Dekker. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And Thornton gets it to go on the assist from Chuck Hayes. And the Rockets lead by 5.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off of them during the run. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And how about Shaun Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Different look here for the Warriors. McAdoo is checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. Stephen Curry's checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Shaun Livingston. He's signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, help their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question of it. Rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And it's easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Dekker.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
That was perfectly designed, Kevin. An easy dunk on that inbounds play.
Houston moving it around. Here's Capella. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. And the Rockets lead by 8.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
For the Rockets, Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Capella. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Thornton in for James Harden.
And what an advantage. You really feel
that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Barbosa kicks to McAdoo. Back to Barbosa. There's the three. But they get it back. And we've reached...
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. The second quarter was... And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Looking at the numbers for Trevor Ariza, he's got 8 points and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
So on the floor for Houston, Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the 1. Clark, last season we saw Motiejunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin, on both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Houston leading by 11, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
It's Howard with the drive. He dishes it to Lawson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
Curry with another miss.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. In talking about Lawson's defense, he was down in steals last season, but a part of that is because he stopped gambling as much. He's learned where to pick his spots.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4. Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Motiejunas. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Getting back to Ty Lawson, he's under 6 feet without shoes, relatively short wingspan as well, yet he's always had to deal with size limitations on defense, but he uses phenomenal anticipation and speed to win more than his share of battles at that end of the floor.
Timeout called the Warriors. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy. Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Moniunas kicks to Lawson. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 5. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, Hardy, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice the defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Houston leading by 15. Lawson kicks to Harden. Howard dishes to Ariza. Fires from deep. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Spates. Ariza with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Feeds it to Rush. To the inside. Here's Iguodala, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Timeout call for Rockets. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Moniunas passes to Lawson. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Ezeli comes in.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Livingston kicks to Spates. Iguodala outside. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Green, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. And then for Houston, Terrence Jones comes in for Moniunas. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. The Warriors shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Some changes for Golden State. Barnes, he's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. 1:32 left here in the third quarter. Rockets leading by 23. Jones dishes to Brewer. And the Faubert.
Turnover difference hasn't been in their favor, but you know what? It hasn't really slowed them down too much. I like the fact they're staying aggressive here.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And going out of bounds, last 1:03 left in the third quarter.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Warriors trail by 20. He kicks to Thompson. It's tipped and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverley. Golden State's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Curry's shot is good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Harden can't hit.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Bogut the pass to Thompson. There's the trip.
Had no answers.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Let's go. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Thompson.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Beverly. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Rockets leading by 10. Lawson against the Splash Brothers. Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Curry can't get it to go.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Curry's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. And the officials call a traveling violation. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Houston with a big group substitution here. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Howard. Terrence Jones comes in for Moniunas. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Warriors trail by 8. Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
The Rockets with another miss.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and space.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Thompson misses. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Warriors trail by 4. Curry outside. Good. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
Iguodala dishes to Bogut. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
And it's Golden State's ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Here's Curry. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. And the Warriors lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turns out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Howard, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19, forced the 7th game.
Again, Howard missing. On offense, here are the Warriors. They've got a 13-2 run going. Got a piece of it. The kick out to Spates. The feed to Livingston. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans are pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Golden State ball.
Now here is Barbosa. D right on him. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Thompson left side. One-on-one here. Lets it go. Moves back up. McDaniels kicks to Decker. Motiejunas has the open look. Offensive rebound. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And some nice passing there by Houston. From deep. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 5. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter. Houston making some changes. James Harden, he's checked in for Decker. And it's Lawson in for McDaniels. It's Thompson off the drive. Can they get it? And the layup is good. Thompson's got 12 points here in the second half.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
No good from Lawson.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Offensive rebound. Motiejunas dishes to Harden. From deep, and Thompson sends it back. You know what? They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Takes a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
They stepped up their 3-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose. I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt the buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Outside, Green. Back to Barnes. Clock at 6. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Motiejunas. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. On its way from Curry for two. Gets the front of the rim and out.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
And it's good. There it is. He ties the game.
My goodness, Ty Lawson has been scintillating.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. The score knotted at 74. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Curry. From deep. Misses the three. For the win. Oh, no good there. The regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Tip-off goes to Houston. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at point guard. Harden kicks to Beverly. Off the left rim and out.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Curry can't get it to go. Rockets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Howard, the pass to Harden. Back to Howard. Capella dishes to Harden. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Rockets. Warriors trail by 3. And there's the call on Howard. Montezumas is checked in for the Rockets. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
First personal foul, teams first. Checking in for the Rockets. Denied.
And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Rockets leading by 3. On up the court. Lawson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. From deep three-point range. Harden kicks to Howard. Three-pointer. That is good. And that's 18 points for Lawson.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
A shot by Thompson and no one's around. And right on target. Good. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Warriors trail by 4. It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 25 points in the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
It's stolen by Green. It's deflected. It's stolen by Ariza. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
For Houston, they've gone a shade under 50% from the floor here in overtime. And they've hit 3 of 7. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And stolen by Barnes.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers. Yeah, they collect one there, but overall, minus 10 rebounding for the game.
And you wonder why they're losing big? Well, wonder no more. You hit the nail on the head there, partner. Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
Open shot, Thompson. Rockets with the rebound.
Overtime has become do-or-die time. An empty possession here, and I think they're finished. Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Green. For the three. No good from three-point territory. And here is Valanciunas. It's stolen by Green. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now. And so here is Golden State. And he gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Timeout call for Rockets. Rockets trail. Lawson has the open look. No good on the quick three. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Thompson outside. From the top of the key. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here we go with Lawson running it right up the court. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Lawson drives in. It's stolen by Green. Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. That's now 8 points for Barnes. Here's Houston now, trailing by 2 to the paint. It's stolen by Green. Thompson inside the line. Can't hit. Good D by Lawson. The Rockets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Oh, and they take the lead. Lawson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Curry can't get it to go. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. The Warriors shooting here about 46% for the game. It's Curry outside. And that one's good. Curry's got 28.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Lawson drives in. They get it back. And Howard with the stuff.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
To the middle. Here's Thompson. It's in.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Stolen by Thompson. He feeds it to Barnes. Bogut with it. And it's Howard picking him up.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
Lawson got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen. Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 3. 12 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Guys, what do you think?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
It's good from beyond the arc. Timeout called the Warriors. Here's Curry. Puts it up. Got it!
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 2. 6 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. The 3 from Harden. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight.